Back in the Morning Brew with our good friend Rosa Roman from New Mexicast. And as you can see, we have another attractive co-host.
I said, is this the prettiest one you've got yet?
He is. He's the most beautiful one we've had yet. Sitting here on
Just keep believing that, my friend.
Well, it's fun to have you've got such a great sense of humor.
Oh, thanks.
And behind the scenes, usually you and I are in the building working side by side, and he's always cracking jokes. So it's nice to have you on the couch.
We decided it was funny enough to put him on camera.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
How's that working out for us?
I think so far. From the back, I was sitting back there, and we're all chuckling in the back. So.
Oh, good.
I hope the viewers are enjoying.
You're getting laughs, man.
I'm actually liking this conversation about me. Can we continue this conversation?
So tell us about you.
Well, I saw in a movie once the dialogue was, "Oh, please stop talking about me. Let's talk about what people think about me."
That's great.
Well, let's talk about you.
Well, that's kind of what we do when we talk about New Mexicast, right?
A little
Talking
bit.
about
It's
my
all about
show.
your family.
Me, all about me. Well, yeah, so this, I was just telling you, I just got back from Nashville. I went to go watch the Vandy, Florida game. My first actual game that I went to since I graduated years ago. You know, that long
What you
ago.
have to know is
Rosa.
Rosalinda's a Florida alum. The Gators, you know.
Big Gator fan.
Yeah.
But I was there because my husband's best friend's son is the new kicker for Vandy. So we were in the Vanderbilt section, and I had to pretend to be a Vandy fan, which was not.
Was that hard?
That was very hard.
Who won?
The Gators.
Yes.
And yeah, so it felt like there were more Gators in the stands than there were Vandy fans, but.
I have a question. If you're just off topic a little bit, on topic of what we're talking about now.
Well, that's kind of what we do.
Gatorade.
Yeah, it was invented at the University of Florida, as a matter of fact, to help hydrate the team.
Pretty cool.
Back in the 60s or something, wasn't it?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's affiliated with the university any longer. I think they've gone on to kind of their own thing.
But I just found that out recently.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You didn't know that. That's
I
why it's
did not.
called Gatorade.
We Gators
You're
are taking
surprised,
over the world.
Huh?
We're
Slowly
taking over
but
the
surely.
world, yes.
They're hoping you won't
Through
notice.
hydration.
Till it's too late.
That's right.
And they're in control of everything.
So this is the second to last week before the end of season 2 of New Mexicast. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Yeah, so this week's episode is about an iron pour. Do you guys know what that is?
It's in Tucumcari.
In Tucumcari. Have you been?
I have not, but I can read my show prep notes.
They keep him around because he's really smart. Yeah, so Tucumcari at Mesa Lands Community College, once a year they have people come and bring, they come from all over the country, and they do this, what they call an iron pour, and it's a really cool experience because they spend the whole week together. You know, they bring old radiators and old pieces of metal that they break up. They all have to do the work to get the metal that is eventually melted into to use for these pieces. And the lady you see there with the visor, that's the foundry master, Dejane, I'm saying her name wrong, Jawrunner. Anyway, you can see they break up the pieces to then melt it. That could be an old radiator or something. And they spend several days breaking up pieces, then they melt it, and they're creating these pieces of art that eventually they melt it and make it. And it's really fun because the whole group has they're kind of like you, like with the really sometimes understated sense of humor, and they say a lot of really funny things throughout the story. So it was a fun experience.
This is an annual event they do out there.
Yeah, and it's really a big deal, I guess. I don't know anything about
biggest thing in Tucumcari, huh?
Yeah, well, that and apparently Tucumcari is becoming well known for its wind program, where people learn about wind turbines and technology. And they're also at that same school. They do a lot of paleontology. So yeah, there's a lot going on in Tucumcari, which people might not be aware of. But I went out there because the guy that I use his studio to edit sometimes, Tom McGill, he does bronze work there. So he introduced me to the people that do the iron pour. And I wish I had been there the whole week because they eat and they sleep and they work together and strangers get together and then they go to the end of the week and they're like best friends by the end of the week. And
how nice.
They've got all these pieces.
Who was the location scout for Tucumcari? Why did they pick Tucumcari?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Maybe because they had the thing that can
Well,
melt
the
the iron.
foundry was there.
Yeah.
What they I think they were known for is they were creating, what do you call it, skeletons, dino skeletons, you know, the bones. They would reproduce them to, you know, you go into a museum and you see the big metal dinosaur. Well, they make those at that foundry. And so they then created a class so that people could learn the process from beginning to end and really get that hands-on experience. Because those kinds of arts, you know, the metal work, really is hands-on, and you need to be able to see the process. I mean, they were teaching me about how they have to know exactly how to heat it, or else all their work would be ruined because it would crack. And so the person that runs the program helps them through the week learn, so that by the time they're done, they understand the properties of this iron, because apparently it's very different than bronze or some of the other metal. So it's really it's something that I never would have known about had my friend not taken me there.
When's New Mexicast on?
It's on Friday mornings is the premiere each week, and then that's at 8 o'clock in the morning on Fridays.
Prior to the show?
And then, right, and then it reruns Saturday and Thursday mornings.
Check it out.
Yeah, I hope people check it out.
Rosalinda, good to see you.
Thank you. Good
Hi
to
to
see
the
you all.
family.
Thank you, I will.
Thank you. Rosalinda Roman, host and producer of New Mexicast. Back with more in just a moment.